I look at this Chiefs team. They're 7-4 on the season, right? On 4 straight games heading into the bye. They are the favorites right now in the AFC. I know the New England Patriots. They are playing some great football, led by the best coach in the NFL in Bill Belichick, arguably the greatest coach in NFL history. But in a playoff matchup, I trust Patrick Mahomes more than I trust Mac Jones. And I know Patrick Mahomes struggled against Belichick in the 2019 AFC Championship game against Tom Brady. But out of all the young quarterbacks in the NFL that Belichick will have to face in the NFL, and especially in the AFC, let's talk about the AFC specifically. In the AFC, you got to face Josh Allen. You're going to face Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, Ryan Tannehill. Out of all those quarterbacks, who do you trust? It's Patrick Mahomes. He is who you trust to be able to win against even a great Bill Belichick-led defense. Why? Because Patrick Mahomes can offset anything Bill Belichick throws his way. That's how great Patrick Mahomes is. Like anything Belichick throws his way, Patrick Mahomes can offset that with how great of a player he is at the quarterback position. He has great ability at being able to throw the ball in the pocket and outside of the pocket. And I want to give Patrick Mahomes some credit because I was critical of Mahomes in the early part of the season. He had all those turnovers, and the Chiefs' offense wasn't playing at a very, very high level. And I was very, very critical of Patrick Mahomes. And I also said, stop comparing him to Aaron Rodgers. He's not on Aaron Rodgers' level just yet. But Patrick Mahomes has always been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. On the season, he got 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He's thrown for 3,200 passing yards on the season. He's completing 66% of his passes. So Patrick Mahomes, even in a down year, he's still playing at a high level. And honestly, as this season goes along, he possibly could find himself in that MVP conversation. Now, I know it's probably far-fetched for everyone to think that Patrick Mahomes should be in the MVP conversation because we got Tom Brady, who's been having a great season. We got Jonathan Taylor, a running back, who is my dark horse, honestly, for NFL MVP. You got Kirk Cousins, who's having a great season. Patrick Mahomes is having a pretty good season as well. Going into the game yesterday, he was second in the NFL in passing touchdowns and passing yards on the season. So Patrick Mahomes is still having a great season overall. And I think right now you have to favor the Kansas City Chiefs moving forward in the AFC. You have to. And they were my Super Bowl pick to come out of the AFC. I had the Chiefs coming out of the AFC and meeting the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl. And I did not waver from my pick. Even when the Chiefs were struggling in the early part of the season, even after the Chiefs got blew off the field by the Titans in week 7, 27-3, I said the Chiefs should still be the favorites in the AFC. And we're starting to get to that time of the year where the teams who are legit contenders are proving themselves on the field. You see in the NFL, Patriots in the AFC East, they're improving, 5-game winning streak. Chiefs, they are improving, 4-game winning streak, having lost in the month of November. You see the Baltimore Ravens, led by Harbaugh, a veteran head coach who's won a Super Bowl, is a proven head coach in the NFL. The Steelers, even though they did lose yesterday, they have Mike Tomlin, and they have a squad that can make noise as we get late in the season because they know how to win games. So the Steelers ain't going nowhere either. They're going to be right there down the stretch of the season competing for a playoff spot. And then in the NFC, Packers are still the favorites to win the NFC North, still at the top of the NFC standings. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they playing right now. Bucks are still going to win the AFC South. They are still one of the teams in the NFC who could potentially get to the Super Bowl. And then in the NFC West, the Arizona Cardinals, teams who are proven and they have that championship pedigree are starting to establish themselves and pull away from the teams who are average. I still think the Cowboys are a team that is a true Super Bowl contender,